Dear Patriots, before the news starts, please subscribe to our patriotic channel by clicking the subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up to this video. Don't forget to leave your opinion below in the comments section. Share the news on Facebook and Twitter so you friends see it. Thank you.
Barron Trump is about to get an incredible surprise at the White House very soon. 3 portraits are on their way to the White House: a painting of President Trump, First Lady Melania Trump, and a very special portrait of President Trump hugging his youngest son, Barron. The portraits were a gift from Barry Wingard, an artist and Trump supporter. Wingard contacted Congressman Mike Kelly, who helped get the paintings delivered to the White House. Originally only the 2 paintings of Melania and President Trump were planned, but when Rep. Kelly and one of Trump's staff members saw the portrait of the president hugging Barron, they knew they had to have that one too. The portrait is from a picture of the father and son at the Republican National Convention in 2016. This could be the first portrait of a president and his son to ever be hung at the White House. It's unknown where the portraits will be hung in the White House. That will be decided by President Trump and the First Lady. This painting is so sweet, and something the father and son will surely cherish the rest of their lives. Love the First family? Share this loud and proud, Patriots. HDTMC. Brilliant. President Trump just created the ultimate plan to drain the swamp and defeat traitorous Republicans. President Trump will reportedly be ending the DACA program that the Obama administration unlawfully put in place. The program grants work permits to illegal immigrants who arrived in the country as children. President Trump won't be ending the program immediately, however. Instead, Trump put in place a genius strategy to expose traitorous Republicans who face elections in 2018. President Trump is delaying the termination of DACA for 6 months. The 6-month delay means DACA still ends, but Republicans have to choose between virtue signaling or their loyalty to the president during their primaries in 2018. There is literally no way they can stay silent on the issue when it's pushed back so far. Neither the House or the Senate have enough votes to get a saved DACA bill on the president's desk, nor do they have the votes to override a veto. By pushing the termination of the program back 6 months, Trump is forcing GOP hypocrites to expose themselves right as people start paying attention to the elections in their state. The DACA program will end in April, only a month before May, which is when most primaries are held. There is no way the issue won't come up during debates, town halls and press conferences. Every single Republican in Congress railed against Obama when he made this unconstitutional move. Now we will see who really meant it. If ever there was a way to drain the swamp, this is it. Unbelievable. Antifa just did something sick to help North Korea just because they hate Trump. We were also very wrong, folks. Most everyone thought that Antifa had hit their lowest low when they ran around attacking the elderly and burning family cars. Nope. Now these lunatics have found an all-new ally in their resistance of President Trump, which shows just how insane their ideas really are. Antifa is defending Kim Jong-un's fascist regime and saying Donald Trump is the real problem. So let's get to the meat of this whole thing. You have 2 major Antifa organizations, Refuse Fascism and Worker World Party, who both hate the president. They hate him so much that after the August 5th UN Security Council meeting where more sanctions were put on North Korea, the 2 groups united to defend their fascist heroes. Refuse Fascism, for example, described the event as the largest military power in the world bullying a small, isolated country and terrorizing the people of that entire region. They also claimed that the US was using a playbook of demonization against the defenseless Kim Jong-un. Totally untrue. The Workers' World Party is just as bad. They are a Marxist group that puts out their own propaganda like self-defense and the DPRK and Korea won't be intimidated, 2 editorials suggesting the US is the real threat and North Korea is being oppressed. So these are the people in the US we are dealing with. They are not fighting for human rights. They are not fighting against Trump. They are fighting to bring down the Constitution and everything we hold dear. Help share this out and show them we will not be intimidated by Antifa or North Korea. IT's on. James Mattis just put the fear of God in North Korea with 2 terrifying words. Defense Secretary James Mattis isn't playing games when it comes to the threat from North Korea. After North Korean leader Kim Jong-un tested a hydrogen bomb, Secretary Mattis had only 2 words to describe what is about to happen to his country. Total annihilation. Defense Secretary James Mattis warned Pyongyang against aggression against the United States or its allies, saying it would trigger a unified world response in what he termed the total annihilation of a country, namely North Korea. Any threat to the United States or its territory, including Guam, or our allies, will be met with a massive military response, a response both effective and overwhelming, Mattis told reporters in the White House driveway. Kim Jong-un should take heed in the United Nations Security Council's unified voice. All members unanimously agreed on the threat North Korea poses, and they remain unanimous in their commitment to the denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula. Because we are not looking to the total annihilation of a country, namely North Korea, but as I said, we have many options to do so. Due to a failed nuclear agreement made during the Clinton administration, North Korea's nuclear capabilities have grown extensively. North Korea advanced its program throughout the Bush and Obama administrations, bringing the U.S. to the risky situation it now faces. Unlike Obama, James Mattis and President Trump are men of action, and they will not sit idly by while American lives are put at risk. Those days are over. Journalists won't sleep tonight after seeing what Trump is about to do this Tuesday. According to Politico, President Trump will end the Obama-era program that granted work permits to undocumented immigrants under the DACA program. Trump is fulfilling his promises. The administration has worked tirelessly to scrap the program despite the opposition from the Republicans in the House and Senate. According to two sources inside the White House, Trump has been deliberating on the decision for the past couple of months. It was Jeff Sessions that finally convinced him to terminate the program and put it in the hands of Congress. The president is expected to make the announcement on Tuesday. Speaker Paul Ryan has already been told. Florida Senator Marco Rubio said that Congress needs to protect the Dreamers. My hope is that as part of this process we can work on a way to deal with this issue and solve it through legislation, which is the right way to do it and the constitutional way to do it, Rubio told CNN in June. Representative Steve King disagrees and thinks that Trump needs to act quickly on DACA. He has expressed frustration on Sunday that it hasn't gone into effect yet. Let's show our president our support. Share this if you think it's time to end Obama's legacy and to establish the rule of law in this country once again. Shock attack. Nikki Haley just said the 3 words North Korea was praying she wouldn't say. U.S. Ambassador to the UN Nikki Haley urged the UN to exhaust all diplomatic actions for North Korea before it is too late at an emergency meeting of the UN Security Council on Monday. The talks come in wake of North Korea's 6th nuclear test over the weekend. Pyongyang claims that the test was of an advanced hydrogen bomb, which could be used on long-range missiles. Haley pointed out decades of diplomatic failures in North Korea, saying that enough is enough. 24 years of half measures and failed talks is enough. President Trump tweeted that stopping trade with all of North Korea's trading partners is an option he is considering. That would include China. Haley backed up the president's threat, saying, "The U.S. will look at every country that does business with North Korea as giving aid." Haley said that North Korea seems to be begging for a war and noted that although the U.S. does not want war, our country's patience is not unlimited. Nikki Haley is not playing games, and she is making sure the entire international community knows she means business in North Korea. We are lucky to have such a strong and forceful woman representing the U.S. on the world stage. Share this out if you support Nikki Haley. HT The Independent. Shutdown disgusted. ChuckGrassley just gave Comey the worst news of his life. Senators ChuckGrassley, Aria, and Lindsey Graham, RSC, sent a letter to FBI Director Christopher Wray on Wednesday slamming former FBI Director James Comey, McClatchy reports. Grassley and Graham alleged that Comey had written his statement exonerating Hillary Clinton of wrongdoing in her email investigation before the FBI had even interviewed several key witnesses. That's right, folks, Comey didn't even bother collecting all the facts before clearing Hillary. Can you imagine if this woman were actually elected? Grassley is the chair of the Senate Judiciary Committee, and Graham is a senior committee member. Their letter states, "It appears that in April or early May of 2016, Mr. Comey had already decided he would issue a statement exonerating Secretary Clinton. That was long before FBI agents finished their work. Mr. Comey even circulated an early draft statement to select members of senior FBI leadership. The outcome of an investigation should not be prejudged while FBI agents are still hard at work trying to gather the facts." Yeah. Makes loads of sense. but only in the topsy-turvy world of the Clintons would people be cleared before getting all the evidence. Grassley and Graham noted that as many as 17 key witnesses, including former Secretary Clinton and several of her closest aides, had not been interviewed by the time Comey started writing his draft. Luckily, with the Senate Judiciary Committee on the case, the truth seems to be finally catching up to her and Comey. H. T. McClatchy,